Welcome to another painting tutorial. For this one we're going to do another Dark Eldar. This is going to be the Witches. So this is my second squad, third batch of third video for the Dark Eldar. Basically we've got 10 witches here. We got the champion type thing. I'm not totally familiar with all the names yet, so I'm not going to try to butcher them. I've got the Hydra Gauntlets, know that one, Shardnet Impaler, and I think the rest is just standard weapons. I got power sword here, but yeah, otherwise that's it. So I started these guys out with the same base coat as the warriors. So that was the Incubi Darkness with the airbrush, and then sort of a directional spray with the two highlights, Sabrate Green and I forget what the other one is. But that's the new GW paints, and the idea there was just to give them sort of a base coat quickly, and I also dry brushed them with the Helion green. It's like a light green, just to get some edge highlights. Here I'm using Lead Belcher to paint all the silver bits, working on all 10 guys at once. Now I'm doing the rest of the base coat. So we've got some of the purple here. I'm not going to try to butcher all the names, so check my blog for the full list of paints. I've got them will have them posted there quickly. If not, for this video, it's the exact same ones as for the Cabalite Warriors. So doing the gold here, I think that's Balthazar Gold or something like that. It's the dark gold. And there you can see getting the base coats. Trying to stay within the lines as much as I can. I know I'm going to use some washes here, which help cover up some of that. But yeah, trying to stay basically within. So now I'm using, I think it's Pallid Witch Flesh on those. So that's just a sort of an off-white, sort of a purplish, dark gray, or light gray, I guess it is. I couldn't really make up my mind on what to do on these visors here. And in the Hydra Gauntlets, I decided to do them the same color as all of the combat drug tubes. So I'm just painting all the base coats there. I've got some washes going here, so I've got the Agrax Earth Shade there for the all the gold bits, and I think I have the Newland Oil on the black. Okay, so I've got the first wash on the skin there, or actually it might be both washes. The first one is the skin wash, and then the second one is the Nightshade Blue, or whatever it is, the dark blue wash. Oh, and the other thing, as you can see, I've used the same granite base. That's the GW texture one, just the gray one, straight out of the bottle, and it's going to give that a dry brush. Actually, I think I've done that by this point. Okay, so now I've got all the washes done, and I'm starting to highlight these gold bits here, and working my way through the squads. So the gold is probably one of the focal points of these models, which is nice. That'll look really nice on the tabletop. And starting to get through there. So I've done the Steel Legion brown. Just a quick coat on there. I'll do a second coat of that just to make sure it's nice and even. You can see this is all dry brushed. I believe that's the Longbeard. Basically a gray dry brush, doesn't really matter what you use. And here we are. So that gold is looking nice and shiny now. Got that all done. So I'm doing the two different layers there. I'm not using silver edge highlights on it. And then I'm also highlighting up the silver. And you can see how the got some lines there just along those edges, trying to paint that on. And yeah, I quite like the new GW golds. So there you can see that's all the golds done, and I believe the silvers as well. So that's the kind of focal point. And once I brighten up the flesh with the highlights there, that'll really brighten these models up as a whole, as well as the reds, or purplish red on the hair. So here I am doing the witch flesh there. So it's just an off-white. Again, check my blog. I can't remember all the names of these new paints, but trying to blend it as best I can at the dark edges there. That's kind of out of focus. Sorry, there's a better one. But also trying to basically get the full opacity of the paint on the high bits, and then trying to blend it down the other bits. And that's just using sort of thin down paint, redoing the tip with my mouth, and trying to paint it on as best I can. I didn't worry about the eyes with that one. I'm going to do those with the pure white. And there you go. So now we're really starting to brighten up. I've started doing the highlights on the hair, looks like. Oh, the other thing to mention, I didn't do the flesh on sort of their loin things there. I decided to do it the purple just to stay with one less batch of colors to do on these guys, and it didn't really look like much of a flailed flesh there anyways, like it does on the warriors. Alright, so I'm doing the highlights on the hair and just trying to paint those on all the way up to a white. And then what I did is I used the bloodletter red glaze. The other thing that I didn't show there was just the white highlights on the skin, so I went through and I painted their eyes just a pure white, as well as sort of like their eyebrows and maybe their nose. Just a couple little dibs and dabs here and there, and that's about it. One other thing to mention with the their witch suits, I did give them a black wash after I did the greens. So the green is still obvious, but just a bit darker. And I think that's about it for these guys. Lots of details, fiddly bits, so they take a while to paint. But I think these will look really great on the tabletop. So here's a couple of pictures of the individuals. Yeah, lots of fun. I like the blue, how it contrasts everything there. And the combat drugs, I tried to simulate some liquids in those little tubes in the back. And so I think that's those kind of details that really add to it. You know, just kind of giving it the impression that there's something in there. A little bit of extra detail. Just enough to, if somebody picks these guys up, they'll say, ooh, that's neat. Anyways, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments below. Also, check out my blog. I'll have the list of the paints that I use with the new GW paints. If you have other branches of paints, you can either ask questions or check out Daka has a good paint converter. You can check those out there. And yeah, Reaper paints are great. Vallejo, the old GWs, whatever you have is great. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check back for more, subscribe, like, and all that sort of thing. I just wanted to show sort of, here's those Venoms I finished the other day. Check out that video as well. And I'll be working on some other things shortly. See you next time.